and welcome to my video blog. Well, I have the honor of having Teresa Purrington here. She's the City Code Enforcement Officer, and she's going to be rolling out the new inspection ordinance for rental properties. So Teresa was nice enough to take time out of her schedule to come and talk and answer some questions because we get a lot of those. And Teresa, I'll just jump right into it. A lot of people have said, what do I expect if I actually have my home inspected, if my rental property gets inspected? What is that process going to look like for them?
Well, you'll receive 30 days notice for the inspection. You can reschedule that inspection one time. You need to pay your inspection fee of $185 7 days prior to the inspection date. On the date of the inspection, the inspector will come out. He will ask you for the tenant authorization form, and after that, it'll be a visual inspection of the property, looking for any electrical that doesn't look right, plumbing, mechanical, making sure water heaters are strapped, carbon monoxide, smoke detectors in the appropriate locations and working. On the outside, making sure there are screens on all of the vents on the underneath of the house, that there's not excessive storage around the water heater or around the house. So it's a general health and safety. It's not a real in-depth program where we're going to look underneath beds inside. You know, we will look underneath the sinks to make sure that there's no leaks. We will check the switch box, the electrical box, so to make sure it's all labeled.
Okay, good. So some people are worried, oh my gosh, they're going to go to the building department, they're going to bring all these permits, they're going to look through the file, they're going to check every room, every wall, that sort of thing.
Oh no, it's not going to be that in-depth. The only thing that will be checked prior to going out to the property is just what the parcel records say, how many bedrooms and bathrooms.
Right.
No more, not an in-depth of it, what permit you have for every little thing. It's very basic.
Okay, and then one of the other questions that came up is, okay, well, I have a living room that's large and I have a den, and we moved out, so we rented it to some folks and they use that extra room as a bedroom, okay? So it sounds like that wouldn't be an issue unless there's a parking problem or something that doesn't meet code of some sort, is that right?
An egress issue. If that is the case, I would recommend that person come through and file for amnesty. Amnesty is a 1-year period that allows property owners to try and legalize anything that's been without permits or outside of the process. And with that, you're right, they would be looking at the number of how much parking is provided and different things like that. So there is a chance that it could be required to be taken out, but there's also a chance that it could be legalized. So definitely amnesty is the way to go in that situation, because when the only fees you pay in that instance are the building fees. You wouldn't have to pay any fines for code enforcement or special investigation fees.
Okay, so to be clear, let's assume the family room is already there. It's a room just in a closet and somebody's now using it to sleep there, whether it's not occupied. Does that not meet the requirements, or is that an issue?
Well, if it didn't have a door in it before and you put a door in it, that would create the issue.
Okay,
and
that makes
a window
sense.
is huge.
Yeah, ingress and egress. You got to get out if there's a fire. Understood. Okay, and about how many people do you think this will affect? How many properties in town, say San Luis, we're talking about?
Our estimates are that there are at least 4,500 single-family rental dwelling units. And by single family, I don't just mean single family homes. We're talking duplexes, condominiums, townhomes that aren't inspected by our fire department.
Yes. Okay, so if you have a single house duplex, 3 units or more unaffected, larger apartment buildings because they're already inspected.
The confusion on the 3 units or more comes in the construction of them. Because those that are constructed like single-family dwelling units, like townhomes and condos, where there's double firewalls, those aren't inspected by the fire department, so those are, for us, are considered single-family.
Condos, basically. Okay, great. And then some people have been getting notices like they receive their mail in a P.O. box, but for their property they live in. So there's a pretty straightforward process to clear that up, it sounds like.
Yeah, all they have to do is file for an exemption. The form is on our website, slowcity.org/rental housing.
Okay.
And what happened with that is we wanted to cast the widest net we could with trying to make sure that we got all these properties.
Sure.
And that was one of the criteria. If you didn't get your property tax information at the residence, that's why
they just cleared up with your department. Okay. Have you done this in other cities? I didn't ask you this.
I have not implemented this exact rental housing. I've tried a couple times, but our council wasn't actually ready for it quite yet, but we didn't have the rental base that San Luis Obispo has. I will tell you, I applied and came to the city because of this program.
I see.
I believe in it. I think it's good.
Right.
And I think there will be a benefit.
Okay, good, because a lot of people were not sure what's going to happen. So at the end of the day, you're going to have some more informational meetings.
Yes.
Why don't you tell folks where those are so they can get more information, more specifics?
So on February 11th and March 7th from 6:30 to 8:30 at the San Luis Library Community Center right on 995 Palm Street.
Okay.
And we're asking that you do try and register for those meetings because the first one we had was very large and we want to be able to provide the best customer service for those that attend. So again, at slowcity.org/rental housing, you can register. And if we get the max number, which is 100, we will schedule additional meetings in between so that everyone has a chance to come to the meetings.
Okay, so not as, well, I don't know what the word would be, draconian as some people were worried about the inspection. We're just looking for safety issues. I think you mentioned too, if we had interested parties that want to come sit, you would do small group
Yes,
individually.
definitely.
That's part of what you do.
I'd be willing to come
Okay.
out and do any size meeting that you know, anybody that wants me to come out and talk to them about this, I will be more than happy.
And if someone were to try to reach you directly, is there a way to do that?
Yeah, you can give me a call, give our hotline number a call, which is 805-594-8189.
All right. Well, Teresa, you got a tough job and a big one
Thank
ahead.
you.
Thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.